Hello to all the amazing YouTube people, Donimer here, another StarSector video. This video will be all about how I fight Remnants. I'm not there quite yet. I don't have a perfect solution for Remnants, but I have a very strong fleet which usually does very well. First thing, you should make sure you have a lot of income, so if you lose your ships you can restore them. I'd say that's the most important thing. Now let me show you. So this is a response to Mighty Hidden, who asked me the question. He was like, hey man, how do you fight Remnants? They're really OP in the current version of the game. And so let me show you like my main strategy. My favorite way to fight Remnants is this Hyperion here, with the heavy machine gun and 2 heavy blasters on my my Hyperion. And I'm using 3 story points, extended shields, hardened shields, and hardened subsystems. And I'm using safety overrides. The hardened subsystem is there so I can stay in fight longer, because the safety overrides really reduces the how long you can be in fight without starting to lose combat readiness rapidly. Extended shields, I want to have shields all over my ship, all around it. Hardened shields to get as few damage as possible on my ship, so I don't get fluxed up too fast. And stabilized shields, this reduces the flux that shields generate per second. I also have a pretty strong build here. I use elite version of field modulation. This lets me vent a part of the hard flux while shields are active. I have the target analysis for more damage. I have the systems expertise to increase the range, regeneration, and cooldown, reduce the cooldown of my phase drive. I use elite housemanship, so I can teleport with my Hyperion even while I have flux, and I use combat endurance to increase my combat readiness and peak operating time. And then I also have some things which help a fleet in general. I'm just gonna go through them very fast. So these are my perks. Possibly I could do a little bit better. I don't use industry at all. I use high-tech ships, so I dropped industry altogether. I have a feeling that the low tech might be actually doing way better against Remnants. I'm gonna test out that theory, but well, not yet. Okay, so that's for the Hyperion. You can you can destroy most enemy ships of Remnants if you just fly these Hyperions. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever in your fleet. You go in with one, kill a couple of them, then go out, retreat, jump in another Hyperion, rinse and repeat. Once the Radiant shows up, then you call in some of your ships to help out. So that's the basic idea, and that's how I was doing it for a long time. But that's really slow and takes a lot of time. I'll show it a little bit today, but I'll also try not to waste too much of your time. Other than that, I prefer to have these Auroras. For weapons, usually I equip them with 1 heavy blasters, then a whole bunch of air pulse lasers. These basically do a lot of damage, but don't use flux a lot. So these should be able to to be able to tank a lot of energy damage, so they don't get fluxed up and destroyed by the Remnants. So I use flux distributor for some more flux dissipation. I max my vents. Oh yeah, by the way, on my Hyperion, I don't have enough points to max my capacitors, so I just max vents. Maxing vents goes really well with the safety overrides. So safety overrides plus vents, that's what I use. Okay. Same thing on Aurora. I put safety overrides on Aurora. It makes it like a beast. It dissipates 2.8k flux per second. I have all my officers with elite field modulation as well. That's really important. And also some other, my officers are different. They all come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, but I always take elite field modulation so they can vent a bit of a hard flux while having shields up. So ideally they never have to drop shields on their Auroras, right? So I use flux distributor, I use hardened shields, same reason as there. I use shield conversion front because without it, the shield arc is not just big enough. I also put 3 story points in them. So that's the deal basically. How do I deal with Remnants? Well, I use story points and safety overrides, and I make my ships very, very powerful. So 3 story pointed ships with safety overrides can be really, really hard to go through their shields. So that's what I'm using. I also put solar shielding on. This reduces energy damage taken by 20%. I think that's really good against Remnants. Now, I'm not an expert, so this is like something I put together, but works relatively well for me. You can check here out real fast what my officers have for their abilities. Would be take too long to go over it, but I'd say this one is the most important one. Okay, I also have a couple of big ships. I have this Paragon. Put whatever you feel like you like on top of it. Also hardened shields, it's a must-have. Not sure about these two, but problem with Paragon, it is really slow, so it usually gets a lot of damage, so I decided to put these two things on. They're also the most expensive ones, the most worth the story points. So I also have some weapons I got from Tesseracts. So this thing is a little bit stronger than it usually would be, but it's gonna work either way. And then have the Onslaught here, the Onslaught built for tankiness. This build probably not the best against Remnants, but it does pretty well actually. And have a single officer with Ballistic Mastery, so some Ballistic Cannons that I have here get some nice bonuses from it. Okay, but in general, I'm gonna usually go in with my Hyperions, then I'm gonna go in with my Auroras, and if I get a little bit stuck, I'm gonna bring in one of my bigger ships. I'm not gonna be starting with the bigger ships because I don't want them to get destroyed early on. I have one officer here with some fighters that I might not bring in. I feel like not much of a carrier player right now, so... Okay, well, with that out of the way, let's go and do a little bit of Remnant fighting. So... we're gonna drop these. Of course, I could go more into detail, but then the video would be like 3 days long. If you have any specific detail to ask me, you can ask in the comments. But I think once you see me how I fight, you're gonna get a really good idea what I'm doing. I tried to put some AI cores here inside some small ships in order to get more officers in my fleet. My hope was that if I put more officers in my fleet, I will be able to get more deployment points. So far it did not work, it was pretty much useless, but I'll try it once more against a weaker enemy, so maybe it's gonna be better this time. I'm gonna need couple of these. Now, like I said, I'm not sure this will even work, so these are optional. This is something I'm still experimenting, so feel free to just ignore it. And I'm not gonna even use them in the fight. I'm just gonna put the best course on them that I have, and I hope that this course will give me more deployment points. Last time I tried it, it didn't work, but you know, I'm gonna try once more. Okay, right. Obviously, you're gonna need, if this works, obviously you're not gonna be able to use it the first time, because as you can see, I'm using alpha cores, and well, maybe I should showcase it without that. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, let's showcase it without that first. Right. Okay, storage, resource stockpiles. Right, and yeah, let's go and fight some Remnants. What's the time? 7 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so my Remnants done by Neomer. Yeah. Travel through the gate, we're gonna go down to Bell. That's the closest gate I know. Of course, you don't need the gates, you can just travel there. What I do advise is that you colonize a system which is relatively close, to Remnants. Oh, not that fast again. And I did that inside this where is it? R system. Okay, I'm gonna try to escape them with this. Nope, didn't work. Okay. I don't know what those are, by the way. They're pretty annoying though. I would like to find a gate which is closer though. Anyhow, this is my system. This is where I go to repair and resupply. Okay, I'm gonna go to my main planet here. So, I'm gonna I'm gonna leave these ships. So, obviously we're not gonna have them before we actually fight Remnants, so I'm gonna drop those. Also, you have a couple of very powerful perks which increase the strength of your fleet. So tactical drills, flux regulation, and crew training. And the less of a size the fleet you have, the stronger it will be. So ideally, you would go in with 240 supply. We are at 315 right now, so we're gonna drop some ships. I'm gonna leave. I could leave 2 Auroras here, I guess. Let's see where we get. 200. So we need to drop 15 more. That's fine. 15. I wonder if this count actually. No, they don't, because they are not military vessels, and that's good that they don't count. Okay, let's grab that back. Fleet, leave. Okay, I could like leave this thing. That's 20, or I could leave 1 of Hyperions. I do love my Hyperions though, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna drop the carrier. I'm not a huge fan of carrier anyway. What I really need are my Auroras, my Hyperions, and then a couple of big ships to help me out. So I'm gonna go crew and cargo, drop the excess things here. And let's check out. So okay, now these 3 perks work at their maximum efficiency. My ships will be way stronger. This is a bit risky though. If things go bad and you have a small fleet, it's not gonna end up well for you. I can tell you that much. Okay, I'm gonna save here and we're gonna head to the Remnant system. Let me repair my fleet first though. Repair your ships, good. And then let's head out. So the Remnant system is really close, so we're not gonna have to wait a long time. So first I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show like what I usually do, what's slow but works really well. Okay, this is the Remnant system. So these both were Remnant systems. I defeated one entirely and then made a colony there. Okay, make sure you don't fight more than 1 fleet at a time. That's really important. So first thing for you will be to isolate one of their fleets. So we have a fleet incoming here. I'm gonna save here just in case. I'm talking and, you know, like not focusing on the game a lot. So if things go bad, like if you're still practicing, just save scum, try a little bit. Try to see what works, right? Okay, so we got a Remnant order here. So first you check the size, 3, 6, 8. So this one has 23 ships and has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. It has 17 officers. So if you want to get a bonus for deployment here, you need to have more officers than they do. I think we would be able to pull this off actually if I had those officers with me, but that's fine. So 23 ships, and you check what they are. So it has 1 Radiant, and it has 4 carriers, and everything else is gonna be easy. So 1 Radiant and 4 carriers, and this, I would consider this to be one of the easiest ones, the Remnant Ordo. Okay. Remnant Ordos usually gonna be harder, so this will be a nice showcase here. Okay, let me just check if my ships are nice and repaired. We are on 100% combat readiness, that's gonna help a lot. Okay, I'm gonna move into engage. I'm gonna go in with just my Hyperion, and I'm gonna show you what 1 ship can do to them if you have all the right setup. So yeah, at the start of the video, I showed the setup for the Hyperion. You can go there and watch it. So of course, this is slow, but this is also the safest way to do it, right? Just have a bunch of these Hyperions like this and slowly grind their fleet down. Hopefully. Okay, so the machine gun you have in front is like very good at taking down their shields. So, and the heavy blasters are good at taking down their hull. So don't shoot the heavy blasters unless you know that it's gonna be good. Okay, then you check where they are. Okay, next target will be this one here. Don't worry too much about this small craft. Your armor can take the damage while you jump away. Just make sure don't jump in front of it so it doesn't beam you down right away. Okay, this thing has sabots, but hopefully enough. Well, I'm really strong. Okay, there we go. Of course, keep in mind, your ship will not be so powerful if you don't have 240 deployment points and everything you need. And all the story points and stuff like that. But that's 2 ships down already. Like 1 ship took 2 ships down. And if you can keep that up, you're gonna win easily. We have another one there. So we're gonna fly there real fast here. I'm gonna jump behind it. So just so I don't have to deal with its weapons. At least at the start of the fight. Make sure you monitor your flux. You don't want to like get overfluxed and explode. That's really bad, obviously. Okay, but so far so good. But the ships we're taking down are easy ships. What happens when a stronger one comes in? Well, I'm gonna see soon. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna jump here, take down a couple of these heavy looks fighters. You can take these down Just don't do it too much. Okay, I'm already getting warned. Like, I'm gonna have picked up the performance of 30 more seconds. So the build I'm using loses combat readiness real fast. So next thing, I'm gonna try to take out one of these carriers. So these should be your priority targets. They have 2 or 3, I think two wings of these each, and these will like chip away at you, at your flux, and they're really annoying. So you need to take these down ASAP. They're really easy to take down. They pose no threat at all, but the other ships that's gonna be coming for you will pose a threat, and these small ships obviously are really, really annoying. Okay, now the Radiant comes. Once the Radiant comes, you cannot solo the Radiant with this thing. You cannot do it. So you need to drag the Radiant to the bottom of the screen. You want to drag it down here, basically. So make sure the Radiant is after you, and make sure the... Try to make it so you don't lose combat readiness. That means destroying all the small ships that are following you. Right now, am I losing combat readiness? Yeah, I am. Okay, let's move a little bit further. Not sure if the thing is actually following me though. Okay, I'm gonna jump. Still, okay, no enemy presence, peak performance steady. Okay, now we're just gonna like wait here. Let's see what happens. Peak performance steady. Combat stresses. I'm not sure, like the game is telling me like conflicting information. Doesn't really matter though. Obviously they have all the points, so they're gonna get bonuses. That's not ideal, but I think it's worth it. Because AI sucks, right? AI sucks, and you don't want to give AI a chance to get themselves blown up. Okay, another one of these. I want to take it down. Also, make sure you are aware of the situation. You don't want to jump in and explode. So we're gonna jump in like that. We're gonna keep this ship between me and the combat carrier here. Combat carrier has a very impressive weaponry. So ideally, also the mothership is coming, as I like to call it. So you should be careful, and I mismanaged there a little bit. If your engines die, then you can try like jumping in, like do a desperation jump. Jumping out, I want to say. Do a desperation jump. And usually you're gonna get some damage in the process. Okay, we're still not at the bottom of the screen. Let's take some of these down. I did not take out the carrier, but I think I damaged it enough that it's gonna retreat, and that's kind of good. Okay, next I wanna take this thing down. The small frigates should be easy pickings for you. Obviously, it's not gonna be as easy once the Radiant starts shooting you down, but... Also, be very careful. This is like an auto-pulse Radiant. This one's the easiest one to handle. If you see a bunch of Tachyon beams, run away. Tachyon beams will damage you through your shields if your flux is too high up. So, yeah, be careful about that. Now, we have two things we can do here. We can continue killing small ships whenever we can, like doing circles around their Radiant. Or you can call in your fleet. Call in the fleet and try to bring it down really, really fast. And this is like a really hard choice to make. I'm usually not sure what to do here. So sometimes it goes good, sometimes it goes bad. It depends on a lot of things. This time we're gonna try it. I'm gonna tell my Onslaught here to come in, all my Auroras, and I'm gonna tell them to focus on the Radiant here. My job, while they're trying to take the Radiant down, my job is to take other ships and just play with them. So the other ships don't interfere with the fight. That's really important. Radiant alone will not do amazingly against your ships as long as there are not other ships interfering. So Hyperion's like super fast. Okay, this thing, it's a little bit weird position. Hyperion's really fast and hard to kill. If you're not shooting, it's like, if you die with the Hyperion, it's basically your own fault or really, really bad luck. But usually it's gonna be your own fault. So yeah, right now, these three Auroras should be able to take down Radiant on its own. Biggest problem is it's gonna start teleporting around. These things are fast though. They are safety overridden Auroras and they're really fast, and they should have an easy job. Depending, some Radiant's gonna be harder than the others. This one should be on top of it as well, and it will be like snap, dies right away, right? This is the problem with Onslaught, right? It just derps around, so So right now I feel like telling my Onslaught to actually go for this thing, so at least it doesn't get flanked by it. And my job is to like be here and not let any other ships go and fight it. So that's my job. I could have stayed on the map and just teleported around the Radiant, captured the points, killed the small ships, things like that. You can also switch the Hyperion. Like if your combat readiness gets too low, you can go in the corner, you can retreat, you can call in another Radiant, another Hyperion and fight with that. So, but anyway, so far I'm having some nice easy fighting here with the small frigates. So I'm gonna continue taking them down, getting some good usage out of my thing. Okay, this thing is a little bit cornered. It's cornered. It's not able to teleport over them. This thing is also cornered. Okay, this is going amazing. I did not have such a clean fight in a while against Remnants. Obviously, it's an easy one, like I already said. Only one Radiant and an Autopulse Radiant at that. Okay, Brilliant exploded, so that was this ship here. And now, ooh, the Radiant actually managed to do a slip. So now this is a problem. It's gonna start teleporting away. My ships will not be able to catch up to it, and it's gonna regenerate, and now the problems start. However, for now, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing here. I should be careful though. A little bit fluxed up here, so that was not ideal. You can go and try to force the issue, but then these ships will show up. You have to focus, you have to figure out what's better. To go in there, try to like finish up this thing really fast, or to stay and keep the ships away. For this one, I would like to go. My teleporter was like on cooldown, so I decided not to just yet. Oof, I'm getting hit by a lot of Sabot missiles, so I cannot shoot right now or I will overflux. This thing really did a number on me. Okay, I think this will explode, so that's good. They did not need me in the end anyway, so it's nice. Good, so the Radiant is done. If the last Radiant falls, it's like a victory. Like Auroras will do very easy against all that enemies has. The Radiant is the only problem, so usually. So now you can just chill back and enjoy and watch your fleet rip up the enemy. This is another Sabot there, such an annoying little missile. Sabots are the biggest counter to what I'm doing, so depending on how much Sabots the enemy have, it's gonna be harder or easier, really. Okay. And I'm a little bit pushing it a little bit here, but doesn't really matter. Just check on your ships every now and a while. Tell them to retreat if they need to. Like, you don't want part of your fleet to fight while the other part is like derping around. And obviously this is not a good situation for my Auroras here, because they're getting attacked by like a million small ships. We can fix that though. Like I said, the only ships that really matter are these. Why? Well, you'll see soon enough. Well, I already showed you a little bit, because these these are like target practice. You jump in and you open them up. And most of the enemy's craft, fighter craft and stuff, don't really do well against high-tech shields. Oh, there's still some fight in them. I guess they really brought the Hyperions early on in the fight. Okay, now we're gonna tell my fleet to do something reasonable. Let's see, I'm gonna drop these points here. There we go. You can also retreat them, bring in another Hyperion if you want them, slowly grind down. I can solo all of this alone, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna tell all my ships to like just hang out here. There we go. And let's see how much I can destroy on my own. And if some of their fleet goes down in the area where my ships are, that's also totally fine. They're gonna get destroyed epically, so. But yeah, focus these down. If there's too many fighters on you, just move away, teleport out, find another angle to go in. avoid these as long as you can. Okay, let's go up here and do a circle. What's that? Oh no, nothing. Okay, some fighters incoming, that's fine. I'm just gonna teleport away. Okay, we see another target down here. So yeah, my tactic is speed and maneuverability, really. Okay, let's take these things down. Okay, this thing engaged my fleet here. That's fine. I just need to take these down. There we go. They have the worst like ratio of strength and power. They are really powerful because they field a lot of these small annoying ships, but they will get broken. Okay, I think we are done here. Okay, you go for that one, you as well. You can go for that one, you can go for that one. Okay, I want to take... let's help out here, shall we? You can also work as a mobile shield. For example, if one of your ships is in danger, let's say this one, you put the shields on, you fly between him and your enemies, and you pick up bullets for them. That way your ship should be fine. And if things are not looking good, because the rest of the fleet is like not being here on time, you can tell your ship to retreat. Okay, I'm gonna stand between here a little bit more, there we go. Just make sure you don't explode, right? That would not be good. Okay, and once this thing drops the flux and it's ready to fight again, then you can go in, back in, there you go. I don't know, do I know any other trick? I think that's it, And now we're gonna do another fight, but I'm gonna see if I can get like, if I can get a deployment advantage, because this is something I want to do. I did not even need to bring in another Hyperion. So once your combat readiness drops too much, it's already 47 by the way, you can go in the corner of the map with your Hyperion, bring in another Hyperion. Well, right now I can't because I have my whole fleet in, and just change seats, right? Fly in that one. Okay, I think this was like a good tutorial on how to fight Remnants, right? Let's see, what's the time? Okay, well, we can do another one. The other one I'm gonna play way more aggressively. I'm gonna call in the whole fleet. That's faster, but it's way more riskier. I did not lose a single ship here. That was a wonderful fight. We don't get to like grab the big one, but I'm gonna grab these just to have them as a souvenir. So pick through the wreckage, take all. Well, let me just see what we got. 1 beta core and 1 gamma core. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then between each two fights, I do suggest that you get your that you repair your fleet. It's kind of important. What do we have too much? Still too much? Okay. No, it's fine. We are not here for the cargo. Custom production order completed. Oh, look, my torpedo is got done. Okay, I'm gonna fly back here. But yeah, Hyperion, Auroras, that's what I use. It's really fun. Fast ships. Now, I want to see fleet storage leave. So we're gonna leave this Aguirre ships. Now, I'm gonna try to do like a fight where I have way more deployment points than they do, hopefully. I don't know if that's gonna work, but let's try. So we're gonna take these. There we go. And I think we might even have to take a couple of these. How much deployment points are they? They are a lot, actually. I wonder, do we have some small ships here? So it's like a strategy I'm like devising for now. Obviously, it's not cleaned up just yet, but... yeah, I don't. Okay. So the idea is the following. Idea is to raise my officer count to bigger numbers. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I could go up to 18 officers. So I want to see, usually I get only 120 deployment points plus 30 because I have, I don't know which one is it, but like I have something that gives me more. There we go. Deployment points bonus from objective is at least 10% of the battle size, even if holding no objectives. So I get plus 30 points at the start because of this perk here. And what I want to see is, I think, if I can get more than 150, and I'm going to use these for that. So I'm going to put alpha cores in. Obviously, this is, if you don't have any alpha cores yet, then you're going to have to do it the hard way, the way I just did it. You'll have to find an easy enemy, and you have to use a good strategy to do it. I would invest, like, even if you're fighting Remnants or not, I would suggest investing into 3 story points overridden Hyperions and Auroras, because they're really, really fun to play. And okay, I'm gonna put beta cores in these two. There we go. So now I should have like a lot of officers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I should have 18 officers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 8. Let's see. Officers 8 out of 8. I guess that includes me as well. So we got 18 officers now. So I want to see. Obviously, these will be a little bit weaker now. We are up to 265. You can drop another ship if you want. But not sure what I would drop at this point. I could drop one of the Hyperions, but yeah. So we're gonna be a little bit weaker. That's not good. But I want to see, if we get more deployment points, I'm gonna be happy, because that means we are actually a little bit stronger. Okay, well, let's go and try another fight. Maybe this time a little bit harder one, and we're gonna try to finish it faster. I think the best way to do the Remnants is actually just a fleet full of onslaughts. But I'm playing high tech, so that's really not a possibility for me. Okay. Your fleet approaches the jump point. Warning! Their enemies extremely close, so don't jump if that happens. Find somewhere else, like here. Although this is also pretty sketchy, this might be their base. Be ready to burn. Okay, we see one single enemy, we see 2. Okay, let's hide. So we want to engage one of them. Oof. 3, 6, 8, 24. 25 ships. So this is a really hard fleet. So it has 3 Radiants. How many officers do they have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. They have 20 officers. So probably this would not be good. I would not be able to test what I wanted to test. So it's gonna exit here real fast. Let's find the other one. Let's see what this is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. 21 officer. Okay, that's not gonna work either. Just something I want to test here. Let's see. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay, they just have way too many officers. They have way too many officers. Okay. How many ships? 3, 6, 8, 24, 28 ships. 28 ships. No carriers. 1 Radiant and 5 heavy carriers. Okay, let's do this one. Obviously, my officers will not help me in this fight. Let's see. 265. Yeah. So I might get, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. They have 24 officers, I have 18. So this is definitely not gonna work in my favor, deployment points wise. But okay, I'm gonna move into engage. I'm gonna grab my Hyperion, good. Yeah, 150, so. Okay, but I'm gonna show you how you can bring in bigger ships, like how you can make your fleet a little bit bigger. So you can do it like this. Bring in all your Auroras and Hyperions, but do only this if you're confident that the fight's gonna go well. If it goes bad, you're not gonna have replacement Hyperions, it's gonna be hard. And something's gonna blow up if you do it like this. But we are up to 135. If you can go up to 180, let's say without one of these, if you go up to 180, you can bring in a Paragon. That would help a lot. So how do you go up to 180? Well, hopefully you capture some of these. So let's see. I'm gonna tell this one to go there. I'm gonna tell this one to go there. This one to go there. This one to go there. I'm gonna go there. And if you can capture 3 of these, plus 15, plus 30, plus 15. So we should go up to, if we capture these 3, we should go up to 180 and we'll be able to bring in the Paragon. So this is like the let's make my fleet big and let's hope for the best kind of tactic, right? It's important here that you reach the points first. Obviously you have a teleportation device on your ship, so that should be easy to do. And hopefully you capture the point before they arrive. If not, you just sit on it and finish capturing it. The small ships will come in first. Just don't go attack them. Make sure you capture the points. We just need this one. So now I'm just gonna sit on it, defend it. Not gonna get... Well, we can go out a little bit. Just make sure nothing recaptures it. And once you have all 3 points, you're gonna be up to 180, depending on the points. At least one of them has to be 30 points, otherwise it's not gonna work. Obviously, you brought in the whole fleet. They're gonna bring in the whole fleet as well. Retreat your ships, bring in the Paragon, and like make something of a, I don't know, some kind of a line here. Defensive line. You can also tell your ships to escort the Paragon. That's gonna like reduce their combat capabilities, but like that. So we're gonna have one Paragon, which is gonna be like a fortress kind of thing, and you're gonna have a bunch of Auroras, and hopefully they can hold the line and nothing explodes, right? And well, your job is to keep your ships safe, blow up what can be blown up really fast. Come on, please, just go down. Blow up what you can blow up really fast, and otherwise just if you see a ship in trouble, just go in, block some bullets, hide behind it. That basically with safety, all right, you have so much flux ventilation on both your ship and your ship that you're helping out that it's gonna be really hard for the enemy to take down one of your ships. Okay. So now we are waiting for the Radiants to go in and engage our fleet. Obviously, they're gonna capture the points now, so you will be below 180, but doesn't matter, your ships are already in the fight. So we are fighting with 180 fleet against 180 fleet. That's usually the Remnants have the advantage of that. If they don't, it's gonna be an easier fight. It's gonna be a lot of ships though. It's gonna be a lot of ships. This thing hopefully retreats in time. So for now, I'm just taking down these small frigates. Frigates do a lot of damage, and they flux a lot for their size, so they should probably be a priority. Especially since they go down really, really fast. Also these, when you can take one of these down, that's really good. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. You cannot really fight 2 of them at once. So you have to be like, I don't know, a little bit patient. Here, I would like it. I would like it if I can like fight these 3. Well, not fight them. Just, you know, tell them, hello there, what's up? And then tell my fleet to fight these, right? So I think that would be good. This thing can fight that. You can help. So I tell my ships to engage now. Hopefully the Paragon can do some good damage on Radiant. Problem is Paragon will not be able to chase it down. So, yeah. So the more ships I tie up here, the better. That's 15 deployment points. That's like 50, 60. So, yeah. Of course, the horn. Yeah, it seems like they're following me. That's good. I'm just gonna kite them. You can use the same tactic against Tesseract. It's a little bit harder to pull off, but it works. So I'm gonna pull them here to the side. Seems like this thing is retreating that way. How is it doing, by the way? A little bit fluxed up. Check your ships. If somebody's about to die, try to help them if you can, but that's really hard to do. Come, follow me. Okay, I would like to fight this thing. Just to help out my Aurora here. Okay, I'm gonna jump here now. Because this thing was turning towards my Aurora. I did not like that one bit. And I took that personally. Well, the easiest way to fight ships is like keep them clustered up. So they cannot cover each other with fire. Okay, I'm really high on flux though. Usually, I would like just push it and probably explode. Okay, it seems like the fight here is going really well. This thing is escaping the range though of the Paragons, so it's not really that great. This thing exploded, that's great. This one's returning there, that's good. Everything else is following me around, so that's nice. Obviously, if you watch my previous videos, I have a lot of things exploding because I don't care. Like, this is a lot of micromanagement that I just don't think it's very fun to do. But, you know, if you're struggling, this is the way to do it. Okay. This thing is almost done. So I don't have to push too hard here, right? I just have to stay alive. Obviously, it's more exciting to blow stuff up, but, you know, try not to blow yourself up. This is a bit different fight, way less fighters, because they did not field many carriers. They had a lot of frigates though, and that's dangerous, that's dangerous. Okay, one of my Auroras blown up, that's... I don't even know. Oh, wait, what? Where was it? The Ninja Spray and Spray got destroyed. I don't know. I think my Aurora went somewhere when it should have gone. That's my bad, I did not really pay attention, but okay. Don't worry too much. It has story points on it and an officer. You can restore it. It's a little bit pricey, but hopefully you know how to make money in this game. Okay, this is pretty bad. I'm gonna tell him to go outside there. Yeah, not sure where and how Ninja exploded. Usually Auroras are really good at keeping alive. Look at this thing, like surrounded by enemies and 0 flux. Okay, well, let's just continue here. Well, that's Ninja for ya. If you're watching my channel, you already know the memes. He explodes a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay. But in general, you don't fight Remnants to earn money, you fight Remnants to get cores, so... There we go. Let's take this thing down. This is why I like to do fights solo. So I don't have to babysit my fleet. Are you gonna die as well? What is this thing shooting at? Oh. Now you'll see why I use Auroras. Look at that. It's just almost unbreakable. And the difference is not even that big. This thing is 25 deployment points, this thing is 30 deployment points. Of course, if another one comes, things change a bit, but... You can teleport behind and fight it anyway. Once it's fluxed up, you can fight it. Just make sure you're not getting attacked by anything else. Also, pay attention to the... what do you call it? Your flux level, obviously, but also enemy, like, fighters and other ships. This is a little bit risky what I'm doing here, but... Yeah, okay. It was very risky. Oh no! Oh, I'm having some fun. Okay, let's bring another one so I can show you that as well. Now, switching ships, a little bit weird, right? It doesn't really work always. So I want to switch here. That's the most annoying part, right? When the switching ships doesn't work. So I just keep trying. Ah, Ninja, we dine in heaven together. Come on, there we go. Yeah, this used to work really good, switching ships, but I don't know, at some point something went wrong, I guess. I am not really a huge fan of this ship though. So I'm gonna switch to the other one. There we go. So this one's very efficient. It uses some Tesseract weapons. Just ignore that thing. That sucks. You want heavy blasters against heavily armored ships. And I can just wait this thing to explode, right? It's okay. Once all the Radiants are done, you should be able to kill everything with Hyperion anyways, so... As long as you don't blow them up. And I was like, don't fight 2 of these together. And I was like, yeah, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. The most of my flux comes from my, like... can't touch this. Most of my flux comes from my... heavy blasters. So I was just shooting way too much there. If you look at my flux here, you will see that my soft flux is more than double of my my normal flux. So just chill down a bit. Chill down, take a coffee or two and... Yeah. You can also stop shooting the thing. Just shoot the machine gun until the shields are gone. And then finish it off with heavy blasters. These are really tough. This is why I usually like count these before deciding if I want to go in or not. Yeah. How are my ships? Did anyone else explode while I wasn't watching? Probably not, right? What's happening here? Hello there. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Let's go out. What's my combat readiness? 71%. I think my other ship exploded because my combat readiness was like super low. Let's eat these 2 missiles. Let's teleport behind this thing, finish it off. Ah, we are like in a cleanup phase, but... There we go. 1-on-1, it's really easy. There we go. Next, ooh, that's not good. That will be very pricey if my main ship goes down. Restoring that thing is expensive. Hopefully we came in time here. Yeah, I don't know, it keeps the shield off for such long periods of time. I'm really not a huge fan of that. And I have no idea where my Auroras are, but well, okay, one is down there. Doing whatever. There's another one here. Okay, one is here and one exploded. I don't know. Have to watch the video and see. If you can link me in the comments the part of the video where Ninja explodes. Give me some idea what he exploded to. It would be really cool. Heavy blaster don't care about armor. Come on. Bam. Okay. Couple more of these. Let's take this one down. This one down next. There we go. But yeah, how do you fight remnants? Well, first, get a bunch of cash, because you will have casualties. I think so, anyway. Second, get a lot of story points and good officers. Third, well, learn how to fly Hyperions. That's really important. I think Hyperion was nerfed like in last 2 updates a lot, but it's still such a powerful ship. The teleport used to have no cooldown, by the way. How funny is that? Okay, I know what my Auroras is doing. I told the Aurora to go there, so it's like he's desperately trying to get there, but he was getting cornered by ships. Okay, dude. You are free to engage. There we go. Look at that beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, we don't have the best weapons against the Remnants on Auroras. That's true. But I don't know if Auroras can... I don't know if they can actually carry ballistic weapons. By the way, this machine gun that you can put on the Hyperion, most broken thing ever. If they remove this machine gun, the Hyperion is gonna be so weaker. Okay, let's... oh, we lost... Oh yeah, that was mine. Okay, how much are these to deploy? 11, that's too much. Well, we're gonna take them as a souvenir. There we go. Cool. What's that? Glimmer. Well, that's the one we want. 5 deployment points, that's good. We can put an officer in that, so... Okay, also, let's drop one of my souvenirs here. So if I can, like, these are definitely better because there are only 3 deployment points, but this will also be fine, 5. If I can get the number of officers in my fleet higher than what Remnants have, I'm gonna have a huge deployment advantage. And then it's gonna be easier, that's my plan. And if it doesn't work, what's the time anyway? Okay. And if that doesn't work, I'll probably, like, I'll probably start using the Onslaughts. I feel like the Onslaughts have so much hull integrity, armor rating, that's gonna work really, really well against the Remnants. Usually you're not gonna have a lot of casualties, and these are only 10 points more than the Auroras. Auroras have 8,000 hull integrity and 800 armor rating, and these things have 28,000, well, after what I put on. So basically I would switch from shield tanking to armor tanking. I think these are just beastly. Obviously, I can't, like, they are 40 deployment points and these are only 30, but I don't know. Having a bunch of these next to each other, I think would be insane against the Remnants. So that's what I want to try. Like, to equip a whole bunch of onslaughts and try that out. You can deploy 3 of these on 120. And then 2 Hyperions up to 150. And 3 of these... This thing is more powerful, but it's also like 60 points. So question is 1.5 onslaught better than a Paragon? Such a hard question. I really like Paragons, but I feel like the AI doesn't do good enough job with the shields. So it's better to just go armor, because armor always works, so. But yeah, so that's how I deal with Remnants. I'm very crafty. Okay, I'm gonna go here. So, actually, so I want to make a planet. Let's see. Remnants demise. Let's use Remnants moon. Let's use Remnants demise. So here I'm gonna keep my small ships that I want to use for my Remnant officers when I'm trying to get more deployment points. So I'm gonna drop these off here. Okay, I'm also gonna use this thing. There we go. That's so funny though. Restore. That's okay. I do it just for the giggles, but okay. Fleet storage leave. This thing. My souvenirs. I'm gonna put my souvenirs on the Remnant moon. Fleet storage leave. Okay, these are my souvenirs. And I'm gonna go to the main planet here. I think we already have a bunch of ships here, right? Yeah. This is where I left my 2 Auroras, so we're gonna grab those. So I'm preparing for the next episode here. Let's see what we have in terms of ships though. We got some more souvenirs here, let's grab those. Funny thing is that Remnant ships don't really work that well in my fleet like they do when I fight them. Because like my tactics are a little bit different than theirs. Okay, store that. Okay. So let's see. So these are bigger ships. Right, take too much to deploy. So it's not really worth it to try to like officer them up with cores to win the officer fight at the start to get more deployment points. Okay. Fleet. Take. By the way, this ship sucks. Don't use it. Right. Cargo. Okay, let's drop the weapons off. Okay, we have 7 alpha cores. That's really nice. Okay, let's drop that. Okay, let's go. Let's resupply. There we go. Let's see. Do we need something? Friday Nahal. Nah. Mercenary officer. You can also hire mercenary officers. They do take story points though. It might be worth it. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Oh yeah, don't forget to restore your ships. It's a little bit pricey, 136k for this one. Aurora's even more, 345,000. There we go. Yeah, try to get your fleet as close to 250 if possible though. Well, we got my 2 extra Auroras. I like to fly Auroras as well, but usually I blow them up because they are not as fast as Hyperions. But yeah, if I fail to finish some objective up, I go into my Auroras then. These are, for me, basically, these 2. But yeah, that's gonna be the video of how I deal with Remnants. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. In the meantime, I wish you all to have a wonderful day. Do something nice. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of StarSector. Newmer signing out. Bye bye.